Hey everybody. Today we're going to be reading chapter 9 of Deuteronomy. And after I get done reading scripture, I'm going to explain what I think about it, how I feel about it. And I'm not an expert in scripture. So please do not lean on my understanding, but trust in the Lord for understanding and for guidance. And if I mispronounce any names, places, people, words, anything like that, I do apologize. And I'm going to be reading from my Bible. It's the New Living Translation for those who want to follow along. And without further ado, let's get started. Listen, O Israel, today you are about to cross the Jordan River to take over the land belonging to nations much greater and more powerful than you. They live in cities with walls that reach to the sky. The people are strong and tall, descendants of the famous Anakite giants. You've heard the saying, who can stand up to the Anakites? But recognize today that the Lord your God is the one who will cross over ahead of you like a devouring fire to destroy them. He will subdue them so that you will quickly conquer them and drive them out, just as the Lord has promised. After the Lord your God has done this for you, don't say in your hearts, the Lord has given us this land because we are such good people. No, it is because of the wickedness of the other nations that he is punishing them, that he is pushing them out of your way. It is not because you are so good or have such integrity that you are about to occupy their land. The Lord your God will drive these nations out ahead of you only because of their wickedness and to fulfill the oath he swore to your ancestors, Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. You must recognize that the Lord your God is not giving you this good land because you are good, for you are not. You are a stubborn people. Remember and never forget how angry you made the Lord your God out in the wilderness. From the day you left Egypt until now, you have been constantly rebelling against him. Even at Mount Sinai, you made the Lord so angry he was ready to destroy you. This happened when I was on the mountain receiving the tablets of stone inscribed with the words of the covenant that the Lord had made with you. I was there for 40 days and 40 nights, and all that time I ate no food and drank no water. The Lord gave me the 2 tablets on which God had written with his own finger all the words he had spoken to you from the heart of the fire when you were assembled at the mountain. At the end of the 40 days and nights, the Lord handed me the 2 stone tablets inscribed with the words of the covenant. Then the Lord said to me, get up and go down immediately, for the people you brought out of Egypt have corrupted themselves. How quickly they have turned away from the way I commanded them to live. They have melted gold and made an idol for themselves. The Lord also said to me, I have seen how stubborn and rebellious these people are. Leave me alone so I may destroy them and erase their name from under heaven. Then I will make a mighty nation of your descendants, a nation larger and more powerful than they are. So while the mountain was blazing with fire, I turned and came down, holding in my hand the 2 stone tablets inscribed with the terms of the covenant. There below me, I could see that you had sinned against the Lord your God. You had melted gold and made a calf idol for yourselves. How quickly you had turned away from the path the Lord had commanded you to follow. So I took the stone tablets and threw them to the ground, smashing them before your eyes. Then, as before, I threw myself down before the Lord for 40 days and 40 nights. I ate no bread and drank no water because of the great sin you had committed by doing what the Lord hated, provoking him to anger. I feared that the fierce anger of the Lord, which turned against you, would drive him to destroy you. But again he listened to me. The Lord was so angry with Aaron that he wanted to destroy him too. But I prayed for Aaron, and the Lord spared him. I took your sin, the calf you had made, and melted it down in the fire, and ground it into fine dust. Then I threw the dust into the stream that flowed down the mountain. You also made the Lord angry at Tabera, Mesa, and Kibroth Haitava, and at Kadesh Barnea. The Lord sent you out with this command: Go up and take over the land I have given you. But you rebelled against the command of the Lord your God and refused to put your trust in him or obey him. Yes, you have been rebelling against the Lord as long as I have known you. That is why I threw myself down before the Lord for 40 days and nights, for the Lord said he would destroy you. I prayed to the Lord and said, O sovereign Lord, do not destroy them. They are your own people. They are your special possession, whom you redeemed from Egypt by your mighty power and your strong hand. Please overlook the stubbornness and the awful sin of these people, and remember instead your servants Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. If you destroy these people, the Egyptians will say, the Israelites died because the Lord wasn't able to bring them into the land he had promised to give them. Or they might say, he destroyed them because he hated them. He deliberately took them into the wilderness to slaughter them. But they are your people and your special possession, whom you brought out of Egypt by your great strength and powerful arm. Thus ends the reading of chapter 9 of Deuteronomy. So, I like this because basically this is Moses talking to the Israelites because they about to cross over into the Jordan River. They're about to cross over the Jordan River in order to take over, the promised land that the Lord had promised them. So he basically reminded the Israelites about their past rebellion against the Lord, how that caused them, to have to deal with the consequences of that, and how basically they need to obey the Lord. Like once you enter the land that the Lord promised you, not only are you to obey the Lord, but also you're not supposed to, think so highly of yourselves and think that, oh, you got this land because y'all such a good people, because y'all not. Y'all are stubborn people. And, like the Lord did this because of his promise that he made to Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, and because he loved us. So that's it. So I just love the fact that Moses keep on reminding them, about they past sins, they past rebellion against the Lord. Basically humbling them and letting them know it's only by God's grace and everything that they're even still here to inherit the promised land. Because they was tripping. And I love how Moses go into like detail, like he recounted everything, that happened, like whole conversations, everything that the Lord told him and everything that he thus told, the Israelites and what their response was and just everything. It's like Moses remind me of one of them people where like they don't forget nothing, like they don't forget no details at all. Like they remember everything. So yeah, this is a good chapter. I really don't have much to say about this chapter because I could talk about how, the Israelites rebelling against the Lord and making that golden calf was ridiculous, but I did talk about that in the previous video when we were Was that in Exodus? I think that was in Exodus. Yeah, Exodus, I think it was. Where after the Israelites were freed from Egypt and they were traveling and stuff, Moses went up to the mountain of Sinai, got the 10 Commandments and stuff on the 2 stone tablets, and that's when the Israelites did the whole golden calf thing. So yeah, I think that was in Exodus. But yeah, we talked about it then. But I still feel like it's ridiculous, every time I'm reminded of that, it's like all of the stuff that the Lord did, all of the things, the miraculous things that you just saw him do. And even though Moses went up on this mountain and everything and he hasn't come back down yet, like, where he is. And you can see like the cloud or whatever is still hovering over the mountain or whatever. Like, you can still see that the Lord is still there talking with Moses. Like y'all over here talking about some makeup. We don't know what happened to this man Moses or whatever, who's supposed to be leading us. Make us an idol or something like that so we can worship it. Like, what? Like, that don't make no sense. Like God is y'all king. Like, God is the one that you're supposed to be worshiping. The one that literally just rescued you from Egypt. That's the one you should be worshiping. You shouldn't be trying to worship no golden calves. No way. And then Aaron got on my nerves because he the one that actually freaking made the dang golden calf. Like that don't make no sense. Like, Aaron should have been the one to encourage the people and let them know that Moses is still up there. Nothing bad happened to him. We still following the God of Israel, who literally, rescued us from Egypt. Remember his powerful deeds. Remember his miracles and stuff. Aaron could have handled that better. But instead he chose to go with the will of the people, what they wanted, and he, people pleasing, and he made, that golden calf. It's like this chapter basically reminds me of how when you rebel against the Lord, it's going to be consequences, and it's going to be consequences that you have to suffer and go through. Like for example, like how after Jesus' death, resurrection, and ascension and stuff, like, we're all responsible for our own salvation now. But just like we responsible for our own salvation, we also responsible for our own sins. So, if one of your family members or whatever decides to murder a person, like, you're not responsible for that family member's sin. Especially if it's your parent. Like, you're not responsible for your parents' sin, and the parents are not responsible for their children's sin. Like, everybody is responsible for their own stuff. Like, and everybody responsible for their own salvation and everything. So this chapter just reminds me about how, if you choose to rebel against the Lord, if the Lord give you a command and you choose not to do it, it's going to be consequences. Basically, it's like, you will be disciplined. Like, if you are a child of God, if you follow Jesus and he gives you a command, he tell you to do something, and you be disobedient and you don't do it, then you're going to be disciplined for that. And the discipline is going to suck, but you're going to have to go through it because you chose to be disobedient. So that's pretty much what this chapter is reminding me about. The lesson for me that I got from this chapter is basically be obedient to the Lord always, no matter whether you understand or not, whether or not you are fearful or, or unsure or whatever. If the Lord tell you to do something, just do it. Have trust and faith in him, and do what it is he's telling you to do. And if you don't understand, well, once you do what he's telling you to do, along the way you will understand. Once you do what it is he's telling you to do, that fear will go away, that uncertainty will go away. So Yep, that's about it. Short chapter. Well, it was a nice Lent chapter. I'm not gonna say it was short, but a nice Lent chapter. Um, Next time I see y'all, we're gonna be doing chapter 10. And I am tired right now. I'm not even gonna lie to you. I'm a little sleepy because it's Saturday. A few days after Thanksgiving. It's Saturday. Well, a couple of days after Thanksgiving. It's Saturday, like I said. And you guys are gonna be seeing this video on Monday. Yeah, you guys are gonna be seeing this video on Monday. But it's snowing outside, y'all. It's inches of snow. Well, I say it's about like 2 inches or something like that of snow. You know, I forgot that it was supposed to be snowing today, so I didn't put no salt down yesterday. So I had to go outside today and I had to shovel the snow. And I'm not gonna lie to y'all, I've been working on my weight. You know, I lost over 20 pounds within a year, in a year's time, because I've been, working on my eating habits, and in terms of exercise, I've just been walking, just trying to be more active, But so my health is good and everything, and my weight is good and everything. I'm doing good. It's just that my body, like the strength in my body isn't there, like it used to be anymore, because I no longer work at Walmart, so I'm not doing all of the heavy lifting and stuff anymore. So yeah, shoveling that snow, it was it's like the snow was still soft and everything. It's not like it was hard or nothing. Like it was still soft and stuff because it had just fallen and everything. But the rain, afterwards, like I was out there in the rain, shoveling snow. It's not like it was pouring down hard. It was, like a little light drizzle or something. But it was raining, and it's like the rain helped me get the snow up because it was turning it into slush. But the water and the slush with the snow and everything, it just made it heavy. It made it heavy, and I was using a lot of strength in order to try and get all that up. So it took me like 2 hours, 2.5 hours, in order to shovel all of that snow. I had to shovel a 2-car garage, basically a 2-car garage driveway, if that makes sense. If you guys know what a 2-car garage driveway look like, you'll know how big, of a space that is. So I had to shovel the whole driveway, because I park in one spot, and then, my granny pulls out of the garage, in the other spot. So I shoveled the whole thing. My car is still in the shop, y'all, because it's Saturday. They should start working on it on Monday. But yeah, I still wanted to have my spot shoveled though. So it's done though now. I'm tired though. I ate too. I just ate before I got on here to record, because I don't like to be hungry when I record, and I don't want y'all to hear my stomach growling or nothing. So yeah, I'm just tired. It was a productive day though. I'm proud of my work I did out there. I shoveled the snow, and then I threw some salt down afterwards. So I'm proud of my work. I'm just tired, and can't wait to get my car back. And I pray that don't nothing else happen to it, and I pray it lasts me until I graduate with my master's degree and I get a job, so that way I can, upgrade my car, get a newer one. And by newer, I mean, one that's, younger in years, basically. Like my car is like 20 years old because it's a 2005. If I could get like, a 2020 or something like that car, y'all know what I'm saying. If I can get something like that, I'd be happy, because it'll be a whole lot younger than my car is right now. And I wouldn't have so many problems with it. So, because right about now, I feel like after 3-4 months or whatever of me driving, there's something else going wrong. Like that's how I feel sometimes. I feel like twice a year, I'm getting major repairs done. Is what I'm feeling like. So. Yeah. Other than that, I'm good. Still waiting on the hospital to contact me back about me doing my internship there. Still waiting on their legal team to do some last minute stuff, I guess. And still don't have a job, but I don't need one considering the fact that most of my day is gonna be dedicated towards my internship when I do start it because I'm starting it so late. And I gotta get all 600 hours done. Um, so yeah, I might have to pull a 5+ hour, internship day every day, Monday through Friday when I do start. So, yep, and still attend class. So and do homework. So yep, I don't need a job because my internship gonna be like a job till till I finish. But yep, that's about it though. This chapter reminded me that I need to be obedient to the Lord. That we all need to be obedient to the Lord. And if we don't, there's gonna be consequences for that, And that's it. Thank y'all so much for listening. I love you. Jesus loves you, and have a blessed day. Bye.